God morgon allihopa och välkomna tillbaks till ännu ett avsnitt här med Detective Pikachu. Så, kapitel 6 ska vi gå på. Så ska vi se ifall vi hittar den skyldiga som har krossat, vad heter hon? Karinas fiol. Vi har ju våran vän, ägaren till Ugly. Are you making progress on the alibi checks? Well, oh come on, you should know what to do. Is this somewhere you hadn't checked yet? Like the studio, or the sub-control room, or the dressing rooms for the performers? Ja, det är såklart. Vi har ett sånt här par. Och det är hon med Ugly. Där har vi henne. Olga heter hon. Och så you again? What do you want? Oh, come on, you're a detective. Don't let her intimidate you. Go on, ask what you need to ask. Where were you after we finished the first rehearsal? I stayed in my dressing room. I was giving Ugly a nice brushing. Did anyone stop by during that time? One of the staff members came to call on me. I answered, although I didn't open the door. I see. Someone comes all the way to get you. The least you can do is open the door for them. Although, come to think of it, something odd happened after that. Something odd.
Tim, be sure you remember what people told us.
Yeah. What was the strange occurrence? Someone came and beat on the door. I looked out through the fogged glass window, but didn't see anyone out there. I wonder what that was all about. Det hände både hos henne och hos Max. Meow. Man, what a yawn. Let's talk to you a bit before you take a nap. Meow? Yeah, what were you guys doing after we finished the rehearsal? Meow. You came back to the restroom room for a nap. Olga gave you a good brushing too, so your fur is all perfect. You know, I can't really tell. Så både Max och Olga hade någonting som slog mot dörren. Så det är milt ju.
Tim!
Do you remember the strange occurrence at Olga's dressing room? You mean that someone banged on the door? That's right. My theory is that it's the same Pokemon that visited Chatot's dressing room. That would make sense. I wonder if we can find this Pokemon and ask it about when it visited the dressing rooms. Alltså det måste nästan... Ja, vi kollar. Jag tror det finns ett till sånt. Nej. Vi har egentligen bara backstage. Ja. Det är egentligen en stället som inte har varit på. Kolla lite sån här.
Let's find out about the alibis of everyone involved between the time Karina finished playing and I brought out the violin.
Alltså det... Karina är ju längst upp till höger då för Max. Ja, för Ugly och Olga är... Magnum den här andra och de var ju inte... Alltså är det mycket som bankade på den? Jag vet inte vad som finns för att hitta den. Snackade med honom innan? Eller henne? Den. Ski! Do you know anything about the accident that just happened? Kiki! It was going around the dressing rooms while avoiding the staff here, so it doesn't know what's going on at the studio. Huh. Why was it doing that? Kiki, doing a bit of self-promotion. You're definitely persistent, I'll give you that. Men nu gjorde jag inte så saker. Kolla på Hoot Hoot, jag vet inte om jag snackade med honom innan. Hoot Hoot. Could it really be him? Yeah, cool. Jag vet inte. What is it? Jaha, nu läser jag about the culprit. I can't prove anything, but I suspect Keith is the culprit. He looks after the Yanma here, and it would have been easy for him to tackle the cue sheet. But Keith seemed so proud of the Yanma and what they could do. Keith is a bit of a mystery. He came to GNN about 6 months ago on someone's recommendation, but he never told anyone about why he came here or what he was doing before. I see. I wonder if there's a reason why he's so secretive.
Yeah? Yes.
Vem kan det vara? Så det måste ju nästan vara någon av de här som inte... Men det där rummet längst ner har vi inte riktigt fått någon... Det är klart där inne är olika och Røde. Nej. Man kan inte ens snacka med egentligen. Don't get in your way, hey chill out. Nej, vad menar jag? Nej. Man vill vara ju rätt lugna, så de här. It looks like there's a bunch of dressing rooms surrounding the studio in the middle. Make a sketch so we don't get lost. Ja, men den har vi redan. Så jag går in i det stora rummet. Jag har inte snackat med alla här inne, men vi kan väl snacka runt med... Yan. Yeah, we think that the accident was more than just an accident. We're trying to figure out what exactly happened. Was there anyone who left the studio or who went backstage once Cricketoon and Karina were done performing? Yan. Nobody, huh? Well, you could see the whole studio, so if you say nobody, I guess that's that. Yan. Hey, could you tell us a bit about what was going on in the studio before the accident? There was a bit of time between when Cricketoon and Karina finished their recital and the next rehearsal, right? Was there anyone besides Karina and Amelia who left the studio during that time? Yan. It can't tell people apart very well, but it says that there were only 2 people who came and went. Jag var ju inte fråga allihopa här inne, för alla har nog någonting att säga. You're investigating the accident. That was a mistake by the Yanma, right? No, it seems like the accident was deliberately caused for some purpose. Could you help us out finding the truth? After Karina's recital, I was checking the footage in the studio together with Peter. What was I doing after the violin recital? Why are you asking? We're trying to find out more about the accident. It's alright if you tell us? Sure. I was in the studio during the rehearsal. I can't leave the Yanma all by themselves after all. Oh man, an accident like that, and right in front of the president too. What's going on? What's gonna happen to the show? Once the violin recital was done, I was checking the footage from the cameras here, just discussing stuff with everyone. Man, I wish I could turn the clock back. What should we do, Pikachu? Just let him be until we solve the case. Nothing ever goes according to the script, does it? After Karina's performance, I was with Hero checking the rest of the plan for today. You all seemed very busy. Yes, we were all wondering what to do since Keith hadn't come back.
What's the matter?
What do you need? About when she visited Olga. I went directly to Olga's dressing room from the studio. I knocked on the door and said, "We're ready," and she responded, "Thank you, I'll be right there through the door." So it's not like Emilia actually saw Olga. I feel like that's going to be the key to unrevealing this mystery.
What's up?
What's up? We were told that you joined GNN about 6 months ago. Yeah, through a friend of mine. So I guess you were interested in making TV shows. That's right, it's a lot of work, but I have fun. It's really exciting and you never know what's going to happen next. I think I'd be more anxious than excited. A life without some thrills would be boring. I think you'll understand someday.
Ah,
Hej. Så nu har vi snackat med allihopa. Jag vet inte om jag ska snacka med mig.
let's find out about the alibis of everyone involved between the time Karina finished playing and I brought out the violin.
Det går inte Karina igen nu. Eller Karina. Om jag inte kan dra iväg till Max och chatta igen. Jag vet inte riktigt vem jag ska snacka med. Jag har ju snackat med alla personerna en gång, men jag kan bara snacka med alla en gång till. Men nu har vi fått reda på ännu mer lite information.
Yes.
About Karina's alibi. After my performance, I went backstage to put my violin there. Hero asked you to do that, right? Did you see anyone else while you were back there? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I should have paid more attention. Please, don't worry about it. Huh?
Yes, so the culprit is... Wait, what's that? All of our suspects have alibis?
Alltså den enda som inte är med är ju Meiko. Hon har ju inte varit där på alltid. I don't want to point fingers, but it may have been Olga who stole my violin. Why do you say that? Now, well, Olga had asked me a few times before if I would be willing to part with my violin. Of course, I said no. Of course, your grandfather made it for you. That's right, but it didn't seem like Olga was ready to give it up, so she may have planned something like this. It seems Olga has a motive. Anyway, but we can't just decide she's the culprit based off that. Har vi hört ingenting med frågan? Nej. Det blir väldigt mycket springande. Well, this is a conundrum. I didn't expect everyone involved to have alibis. This can only mean one thing. The culprit used double team, used a hidden passageway. There was no culprit after all. Created a fake alibi, I think that. That's right, the culprit must have used some sort of trick to create a fake alibi. That being said, I don't think anyone working in the studio or sub-control room had the time to do anything elaborate like that. I agree, our suspects are the people who were moving around on their own. That's 4 people, Max, Olga, Keith, and Amelia. You don't think Amelia is? I know how you feel, but a detective has to keep an objective view of everything. Still, could use some more information. Now that I think about it, Mimikyu had snuck out of the Pokémon dressing room and was wandering around, right? Maybe if you talk to it, it will help shed some light on the situation. Lite Mimikyu igen. Alltså jag vill fortfarande tro att det kan vara Max, för han kan ju faktiskt göra så att Chatots röst imiteras. Eller så att Chatot imiterar hans röst. Ifall det är någon som skulle knacka på dörren så ska han säga det han ska säga. Hej! Kan det vara så? Enkelt. Vad är mycket nu? Ska se ifall vi kan knacka på dörren. Chatat. Det måste det vara. När man knackar på dörren så säger han det han ska säga. Sheesh! Okej, vi måste hitta oss Mimikyu. Jag tänkte att jag var den lilla krabaten här helt plötsligt. Vi kan gå in till Olga och så gå ut från Olga så kanske den dyker upp som jag gjorde sist.
What do you want?
About the violin deal. So apparently you discussed acquiring Karina's violin a few times with her. And so what if I did? Don't tell me you suspect. Don't tell me you suspect I had anything to do with this whole thing. I wouldn't go and break such an instrument after it, even if she did refuse. Sorry. I'm the one who is worthy of that violin. It was destined to become mine. A quick Tim changed the subject. Good. Kommer Mimikyu komma upp nu då? Vad är den nu när jag behöver den? Ska vi kolla om den är backstage eller någon annanstans? Det är ett väldigt hattigt letande efter den där lilla krabaten. Där. Kiki. You were wandering around the dressing rooms during the rehearsal, right? Do you think you could tell us more about that time? So you visited the dressing room for Kuragly's partner, right? What happened then? Kiki. Someone kicked the door when you knocked. I'm betting that was Kuragly. Kiki. Kuragly too narrow-minded. I'm pretty sure it was in a bad mood because you were pounding on the door. You should go make up later. About when it visited Max. Kiki Creek! Her ugliest partner got mad at you? You mean Olga was in Max's dressing room? Kiki, you got yelled at when you knocked on the door, you say. You heard, "Get out of my way." Was that really Olga? I mean, Olga said she was in her room. Dressing room, and Max didn't say anything about her being in his room either. He mimicked you. Did you go into the dressing room at all? Kiki, you ran away as fast as you could. Well, I guess we have no way of knowing what was really going on then. Måste bara säga det. Kiki, Peruvia's partner got mad at you. You mean Olga was in Max's dressing room? Kiki, you got yelled at when you knocked on the door, you say. You heard, "Get out of my way." Was that really Olga? I mean, Olga said she was in her room. Dressing room, and Max didn't say anything about her being in his room either. Hey Mimikyu, did you go into the dressing room at all? Kiki, you ran away as fast as you could. Well, I guess we have no way of knowing what was really going on then. And the other dressing rooms. Kiki, it would have nothing to do with you as always. Man, it looks like it took the rejection hard. Don't be so depressed. I bet you'll get another chance soon. He's right. If you're that motivated, I bet everyone will realize you've got talent someday. Don't worry too much.
So there's a fake alibi, and there's Mimikyu's knock to consider too.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
Yes, of course. It all makes sense now.
A bolt of brilliance! Tim, the culprit is...
The culprit used a trick to make us believe he was somewhere else when he was actually backstage. A trick? That's right. Emilia provided an alibi for the culprit, so she helped us figure it out. Come on, Tim. There's something I'd like you to show me, Emilia. Sure, what do you need? You mentioned that you knocked on the doors for Olga's and Max's dressing room when you visited them. Do you think you could show me exactly how? Well, sure, but it's not like I did anything special. I just knocked 3 times. Any staff member at GNN would do the same thing. So that's the trick the culprit used. Tim, now is the time to gather everyone in the studio. Yeah. Oh. It's about to happen. Stay put.
I figured out the truth behind the accident.
What are you saying? That one of us here is the culprit?
Yeah, just what do you mean the truth? We're all friends here. Can't say I appreciate the insinuation.
Come on now. Let's allow Tim to speak his mind.
Thank you, Hero. Here it is. I'm not one to mince words. The culprit is...
Go on. You know who it is, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do know who it is. It's Max, of course.
Max, it's you. You're the one.
What? Oh, come on. Is this some kind of prank? What on earth would I have to gain from busting up someone's violin?
Nothing. If the violin really was broken. But it isn't broken. That one was a fake, wasn't it?
A fake violin? Oh, what an imagination. How could you come up with a theory like that?
You tell him, Tim.
Okay, jag ska säga the cue sheet, the message on the inside, Max autograph or the script. Det är ju såklart meddelarna på insidan för Max visste ingenting om det.
We checked the pieces of the violin, but there wasn't a message on them anywhere. Karina told us that her violin had a message written on it from her grandfather, which means the broken one couldn't be hers.
A written message? I never noticed such a thing on it.
Right. That's because it's written on the inside. It's something only Karina could know, since she watched the violin being made.
Right. As a child, I played at my grandfather's workshop. He inscribed a special message for me, and it was written on the inside.
You see? And now that proves the broken violin must have been a fake.
But where's the real one?
I think Max probably knows.
But no, I haven't done anything. Listen, the whole time the violin was backstage, I was in my dressing room. How could I be in two places at once?
Oh boy, this is where you take down his alibi.
Boom. Så, vi säger här Olga in the dressing room, Yanma in the studio, Mimikyu in the hallway, or Chetop in the dressing room. Of course, it's Chetop in the dressing room.
Actually, my guess is it was Chatot in the dressing room. You probably used a trick like this.
Gotcha! I'll be right out!
Oh, yes, that's exactly what I heard.
Admit it! Admit it!
Chatot, be quiet!
You just made it seem like you were still in that room. And then you swapped the real violin that was backstage with the fake.
Oh.
You have to admit it! You have to admit it!
I had no choice. My popularity's been sagging. I wasn't sure the show would get picked up again. And if it didn't, I knew I'd be let go. I couldn't pay back my debts. I'd be finished.
Oh, Max. You were wrong. I was going to have you continue as our host.
What? But everything I did.
I'm really sorry, Max. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to call the police.
What a fool he was. In the end, he was the one who didn't believe in his own talent.
Hey, you guys! I found the videos. What's wrong? Why is everyone hanging out here?
Jag tog inte lite tid.
So Max was the culprit all along.
And that's case closed. Now let's get back on track. Check the video.
Mako's finally back with the video. Let's go to the sub-control room and watch it. Maybe he'll show us some clues.
Yeah. Why not? Let's do that. Ta och se på vi hinner göra. Nej. Saving. Perfect.
Okay, let's check this out.
Let's play the whole thing through.
Charizard's in
Remember, keep your eyes on Charizard.
Yeah.
The daytime parade is now starting. Everyone is excited to see the popular Pokémon of the park marching by. Who better to lead than Charizard? We've been told the theme of this year's
Hey,
parade is
look at that
trees.
balloon.
Oh.
Charizard's eyes turn red.
Yeah. R was used after all.
Nej, the game.
This is terrible.
I don't know, but it's a great scoop. But it's too dangerous. We need to get out of here.
You're right. We have no choice. That's the whole video.
Exactly how we heard it from the Pokémon at Fine Park.
Yeah.
Did you find out anything?
Maybe. There was something I noticed.
Right, the scene with the balloon.
Just group in the fenster.
Right there.
Better to lead than Charizard. We've been told the theme of this year's
The balloon
parade.
popped.
Maybe it had R inside. Tim, zoom in on the balloon, and then play it backwards in slow motion.
Okay.
It looks like a needle or something flew at the balloon.
You're right.
But where did it come from? Rewind it a little more.
Yeah, I'm just girl, but when I'm really fast, but it's videos because you know we're fast.
Stop there!
The Keith!
Hey, that's Skorupi. And that man.
Right. The Pokemon at Fine Park told us a man with a Skorupi was after Harry.
You know, that looks almost like it could be Keith.
What? Keith was there? Working with you?
No, not with us. I don't think he was even working at GNN back then.
Mako's right. He only joined us about 6 months ago.
So it was Keith who caused the incident? He's the one who went after my dad?
Looks like it. And he was hiding in plain sight. Let's go capture Keith.
Who'd have thought Keith was the culprit? Yeah, he fooled us all. It's even possible that he knew about Max. Planned and used it to try and take you out. Me? Think back then to when the violin got busted. Why did we end up helping out in the first place? Well, because Keith had made a mistake about scheduling an assistant Pokemon and... Oh, that's right. And there was another suspicious point about his behavior. Do you know what that was? What was suspicious? He let Magnemite out, he showed Tim where to stand. I'm glad you remember. Keith told you where to stand when I was going to bring out the violin. He must have known that was where the camera would fall. Do you think Keith and Max were working together? It's not impossible. We can't rule it out anyway. Why would Keith? No, now isn't the time to be asking questions. We need to catch Keith first. Let's go, Pikachu. Yeah. Mer om det i nästa avsnitt. Jag är lika spänd på det som ni är. Keith alltså. Fräckt. Riktigt fräckt. Ja. Men vi gör som så. Vi ses i nästa avsnitt av Detective Pikachu. Ha det gött allihop. Tja!